Hello and welcome to The Other Way with me, Lebohang Silimela. This is your safe space, an oasis where we share knowledge on all issues related to personal development and growth, be it mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And guess what? Soon it will be financially as well. We will be talking about financial growth as well. As always, we welcome the new subscribers to the family and thank you for subscribing. Now, it is still a month of love, and what a better way to focus on relationships, romantic relationships, that is. Be it marriage or a situationship or it is complicated setup. Well, today's episode will be an eye-opener. Like I've alluded, this is a safe space for us to grow and be better individuals wherever we are planted. We want to be part of a pattern of great things. Being authentic in relationships. How difficult is it to stay true to who you are in a relationship? Have you ever had that difficulty? And for those of us who pretend to be something else other than being authentic, have you ever wondered why? Like, why? Why can't you be your true self? Like, why do we conceal who we are? I can tell you that from my perspective, especially when there's pressure for marriage, as a female, you are encouraged to act weak when you feel strong. And at times, you have to pretend to be strong when you feel needy. Always guarding against your true feelings. And because you don't want to be scrutinized or criticized in case they make you look like a nagging woman, or if you have this strong personality, you are perceived to be a bitch. While this is no exception to women only, the same goes for men. They conceal their true emotions, putting the macho persona and the Tarzan personality, even when they too are vulnerable or experiencing emotional turmoil. Why is that? Why can't we be authentic with each other? Why can't we be real? In this episode of being authentic in a relationship, I share with you precepts of maintaining a sense of authentic self, remaining real and not getting lost in any space of any relationship. Firstly, we need to understand that whenever we start dating or getting exposure to the dating scenes, that is, there's this sense or culture that most of us have. We are socialized or conditioned to seek connection that will help us establish and maintain relationships. This in turn tends to make a majority of people lose themselves in the process because they want to hold on to the responsibility of maintaining that connection, even if it means betraying your true personality. Whenever you're tiptoeing around your partner, ensuring that his or her needs are met, whereas you fall short of taking care of your own needs, well, that relationship is going to be in trouble. Because with time, you're most likely to feel that you have subverted your authentic self in service of maintaining relationship goals. When you become polarized, your personality gets frozen. I'm telling you, it is going to be harder to find balance of responsibility in that relationship if your authentic self is suppressed. How then do you maintain your sense of authenticity and not getting lost in the relationship and not losing your identity? Allow yourself to explore your own interests. I think in the previous episode of The True Nature of Love, I spoke about how people can be individuals within a partnership. So it's coming back to that actually. Allow yourself to explore your own interests. Say, for example, you're a woman who believes in a union of marriage and you'd still want to pursue your career even when you are married. Rather than suppressing that and subjecting yourself to being a housewife, whereas you know that's not your ambition, let your prospective partner know that you have the interest to pursue your career. I've come to observe that the more you allow yourself to express your own interest, you are more likely to bring your authentic self into that relationship. Whenever we are in a setup or environment where we are free to be ourselves, it becomes easier to be more loving and caring towards the people because we feel safe. But whenever we are restricted, we act out of character. And in some instances, that's when it leads to cheating and infidelity because people feel deprived. Make no mistake, I'm not saying there are excuses to cheating, but I'm simply bringing it to your attention that be mindful that when you suppress somebody else's personality and their authenticity is frustrated, that can also be one of the leading factors why people then behave out of character and as such cheat. What most of us aren't aware of is that when we allow other human beings to be their authentic self, it has the potential to strengthen the partnership. Because what happens is that person is able to bring the best version of who they are in their relationship. It is easy to bring a great sense of self into a relationship when there are no constraints. I know that most of us, we love this sense of blurring each other's boundaries just because we are a couple. It shouldn't be the case, really. We don't have to suffocate each other. You must allow people to roam freely, to express their own habits and hobbies, to discover who they are. Even if they are in partnerships, just allow them their space. That's how they maintain loyalty. But as soon as you put some constraints, you actually frustrate them. I know some might not agree with this, but just try it. Try to babysit an adult and see what happens. It's just like a dog that has been on a leash. The minute it gets its freedom, it just runs wild, unruly. That's what really happens. So if you are able to live without your partner, whether it's for hours, for days, without feeling a sense of anxiety, then you have really mastered the art of living. You understand that we each have our independence as individuals, although we exist in relationships that are interdependent. So one feeds off the other. I need my independence in order for me to be best in an interdependent situation. That's what it means, But, when you put certain constraints, people become rebellious. People are less likely to betray their partner's trust if they don't feel control, because control fuels rebellion. So give yourself permission to just be and allow other people to just be. Go out, go to the art fair, go drink coffee by yourself and regroup. When you allow yourself to basically have a life of your own, you become loving, you become relatable. You are able to give people a sense of peace. That's what we mean by being authentic in a relationship. I hope you've really enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to switch on your notification for next week, Wednesday. It has been a long day for me. Until then, stay blessed.